3, 2, 1. Alrighty, we will get this. We'll get this going in just about 5 minutes. We will get the live stream going. Hey, fill her up for me. All right. Lights. Welcome everyone to today's live stream. We will get this started momentarily, as I am just settling in from the AM session, which was actually a pretty interesting session, and we'll be covering that today in a lot of detail. So we've got a lot of details that we're going to be discussing today. Some very important details that I think you guys are going to be interested in, particularly if you trade the YM, the Dow futures. I've got a little segment on the Dow futures today, and I've got just a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. Miss Vivep, thank you for joining. So we're going to go ahead and get this started in just a minute or two. My voice is a little bit rusty today. I was out in the sun all day yesterday. Came in, took a cold shower, and that just really messed my voice up. So I'm hoping my voice will hold through today's stream. If you hear me cough and hack, please forgive me. It's just that I'm trying my best to retain my voice right now. But we'll have a great time today. I've got a lot of stuff to cover, and I've got some detail, some level of detail I haven't shared before that we're going to be discussing today, which I think is important. So we're going to go ahead and get this bad boy started now.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event. Let's get ready to rumble!
Y'all ready for this?
Alrighty. Another fantastic day in the market. Good afternoon, fellow traders. This is Chris, Algo Man, here on what seems to be a cyclic day for the Nasdaq 100 futures. Today's market started off on a mixed and slightly flat note, but don't let that fool you. The week is packed with potential volatility triggers from earning reports to major economic releases. So we're in for an interesting ride. So let's dive into today's conditions and set the stage for what's been happening in the markets today. Currently, right now, the Nasdaq futures are slightly down about 190 points as I'm watching this play out right now, reflecting a cautious sentiment among traders. All right? See right here, very cautious sentiment. There's no major economic news today, but the air is buzzing with corporate news from Apple's new EU scrutiny to Boeing's potential criminal charges. So these stories might not be blockbuster market movers by themselves, but they contribute to the background noise that could affect sentiment as the days progressed today. Okay? Now, for you guys who have been reading the morning brief, you would have gotten that pulse today in the morning before you started your trading session. You would have opened your brief, you would have saw that, and everything I just covered right now in this little intro, you would have known right out of the gate. And when you get that type of news forecast for the day, what does that tell you? It tells you that we are going to be in for some type of cyclic day, which is exactly the type of day that we've had. We've had a cyclic day. Look at this. Up, down, up, down. What do you call that? These are cyclic rotations in the market, okay? So that's what we've had today. And right now, it appears that, price is in a little bit of a trend. If you notice that the cyclic component is way, 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 way down over here, okay? That gives you a very good indication that this piece of the price is in slightly of a trend to the downside right now, okay? So, few things. In the morning, read your brief. Understand market structure, because everything that's in that brief is going to end up playing out in some way or another. It's going to end up affecting sentiment. And if it ends up affecting sentiment, you pretty much have a darn good idea of how the market is going to shape up for the rest of the day. So if you know it's going to be a cyclic day, you want to set your tunings, obviously, to something that is going to be highly responsive. Okay? You want it to be highly responsive. So, just setting that aside. And remember, I got a lot of little things I'm going to share with you today, and we're going to take a quick view at the YM. If you trade the Dow futures, we're going to talk about that a little bit. And we're going to just talk about a whole bunch of other stuff. I got one other element that I'll be talking about today that I think will pique your interest. Now, if you want to see the full screen view, just head over to YouTube. And you can see the full screen view on YouTube. The link is in the bio, in my bio page right there. Yeah, just go ahead and click it, and you'll see the full screen view instead of the cell phone view on TikTok. So it's your choice, okay? These are the Nasdaq 100 futures on a 15-minute time frame, and I've got a 4-minute chart right next to that, all right? So, but before we go further, I've got some exciting news for you. My new book, How to Lose Money Trading, is out, and it's free. This book is packed with insights on the pitfalls to avoid in trading, and these are drawn from real-life missteps, okay? So grab your copy now. Just visit the link in my bio, navigate to CYMO indicators, and download it from the slider. It's a free ebook, but it's essential reading for every trader, I think. So, and it's an easy read as well. So today we're going to watch the CYMO Pro in action here in the 15-minute and 4-minute charts of the Nasdaq. We're also going to look at the YM symbol, and you'll see how even on a seemingly cyclic day, as today, kind of flattish cyclic, if you want to put it that way, the CYMO Pro can uncover opportunities. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a quick recap at how all this is shaken out today. Let me get the pointer that can illustrate the cyclic rotations right here. Okay, so here we are at the beginning of the day. So we gapped down from the close Friday. Market jumped down. Okay, if you notice over here on Friday, the cycle was already coming down. Already coming down on Friday, all the way over here. Okay, and the cyclic rotation to this downside did not end until where, guys? Okay, until you actually had a cross of the cyan and the momentum line to the upside. Okay, now where did this happen? This cross that you are looking at here, okay, that cross would have happened on this bar right there. Okay, because you're not going to see the cross until one bar later, and I'll explain to you the reason why that is in just a moment. Okay, we're going to take a deep dive into that, as a matter of fact. This right here, this little upside, this head fake, easily avoided by seeing which direction the cyclic component was rotating to the downside. Momentum was going down, cycle was going down. There's no way, there is absolutely no way you would have taken this upside trend, little 2-bar movement to the upside right there. No way. You would not have taken that. And if you would have saw that right there and saw that cycle was moving down as well as momentum, you would have said, oh, nope, that's a head fake. And that's exactly what it was. And price just like came right back down, and your trade ended right about this bar right here. Pretty much dead nuts on at the last trade right there. This reversal to the upside was pretty much fizzling out right about here when cycle was already at the extreme, okay, and ready to come down. Your cyclic component ended right here where you actually had your crossing, okay? So you've got two elements. You know, you've got the expansion of cycle all the way, okay, to the extreme right here, which is the equivalent of taking a rubber band and stretching it all the way. Okay, you're going to have a slinky effect to the opposite side. Then you have the cyclic component that ends right here. Now, if you're confused about what the cycle means, I've got a great article that's on the link in my bio. Just click the link in my bio. It's a free article, and scroll all the way down. It's called What Are Market Cycles? And that was actually written by a very good friend of mine. Read it, and I think you'll have a deeper appreciation of what we're talking about here. Okay? So that'll be your homework after the market closes. What happened then? What happened then is cycle was falling, momentum was already down. Okay? And if momentum ticked to the downside right here with cycle falling, what is that? It's an entry to go short. It's really simple. If momentum falls right here, cycle is falling, this is an entry to go short right here. And that entry right there, okay, you've got the crossing right there, and that your cyclic component would have ended right here. Okay, I think it's this bar right there. This is a nice trade, guys, right here. This is probably about, I don't know, 100 points maybe? Yeah, it's about 100 points, give or take, if I'm not wrong. Okay, and then what happened? Okay, what happened is momentum went into trend mode down here. And right now, this little element of the price component right now is in trend mode. And remember that when the cyclic component, when price is in trend mode, the momentum has a damping effect on the cycle. Okay, so you've got the first rotation to the downside, and if everything continues to go the way things should go, you'll have a reversal like this, and then up again, and that might end the trend component, unless the trend component actually tilts up in just a moment. So you've had a lot of activity this morning. It's been a little bit of a chop fest in this area right here when price just started moving sideways, but you would have saw that the moment that cycle kinked down right here. That would have been it for your upside. You would have been completely done out of that trade. You would not have waited for the cycle end over here. And you would have been completely done. So today was not a very complicated day to trade in the markets, at least not using the CYMO Pro. And likewise, there's been all kinds of opportunities in the 4-minute time frame to confirm the entries you've had on the 15-minute time frame for the Nasdaq 100. And right now we've got 3 minutes for bar change. And the theme that we're looking for on this bar change is we want to see whether there's going to be continuation, follow through momentum to the downside, and if this bad boy right here is going to come down to allow the downside to continue. So that will be very interesting to see how it plays out, okay? And for you guys who are potential scalpers out there in the market, I'll just switch this over to your favorite 4-minute chart over here, and we'll go ahead and discuss some of the entry points. Just keep in mind that I use the 4-minute as a tool to better improve my entries once I have a trade setup displayed on the 15-minute chart. Then I'll refer to the 4-minute and I'll make a decision based on the cyclic rotation of where the 4-minute is at. But let's take a quick peek at what happened this morning with the CYMO Pro. Okay, we already saw, let me just scoot this over a little bit more. Yeah, there we go, right there. We already saw that in the morning, okay, everything was coming down right there. Cycle was already at a peak. It had kinked and was already coming down. This was not a setup, again, to go long. You would have known that by looking at this. You would have avoided a bad mistake in the 2 bars that followed the opening bar at the open. So anyway, you know, you've got this coming down right here. It sort of bottoms out. And this cross right here, this particular cross, let me just scoot this over right here. This cross that you're seeing right here, you're going to see it right here at the open of that bar, which is pretty much dead nuts on at the bottom right there. Okay, and then the rotation. Okay, this had just bottomed out right there. This would have been your slinky trade to the upside, up, 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 up. You get to this level over here, and you already know what? It's getting overextended. You know, this is a level that if you're a scalper, you would have taken profits off the table, okay? You get your crossing right here, and you're pretty much out at this bar over here. That one right there, okay? You get the reversal trade to the downside. CYMO tanks all the way to the bottom threshold. The moment it kinks up right there, which would have been this bar right there where you're at, you would have been out of that short as well. So there you go. Just any one of these trades, 1, 2, or 3, you would have been done for the day and out zipping your beer on the way to the bank. That's it. Simple. Very, 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 very simple, guys. Okay? And I've illustrated this to you time and again so you can see exactly how to best use the CYMO Pro indicators. Now, I've got great news for CYMO Pro users. We've just rolled out custom time sessions to help you set up your indicators perfectly on NinjaTrader. So if you go back to your inbox and check your initial download email for a link to these new, and in that download email, there was a link to download your CYMO Pro indicators. Well, if you just click on that link, that'll take you right back to the page. In that page, you'll see a link to download these new session templates. Okay, and setting this up is crucial for optimal performance for your indicators. We created custom templates that you could just import into your NinjaTrader, okay, to help you set up those custom sessions for Pacific time, Central time, and Eastern time. And we'll probably roll out more in case you're in different parts of Europe or South America, but that's going to be later on. You know, for now, if you're in Pacific time, Central time, or even East Coast time, you can just select which folder the custom session is in, download it, and you can just take that, import it into your NinjaTrader, and it'll give you the custom sessions that you need for your specific time frame. I've also got chart settings set up for the 15-minute, the 4-minute, and the 7-minute time frame. You just have to select your custom session when you apply those to your charts. Okay, very simple to do. We did that as a means of convenience to help you guys in the setup process, because I know there's always there's always a hiccup with selecting the right time frame to ensure that the indicators work good. So please don't skip this step, guys, because it's key to leveraging CYMO Pro effectively. Okay, and if you forgot the link or don't have it, just email our support team at support@thealgotrader.live, and we'll resend you the link. You can just go ahead and download and import those templates to your NinjaTrader, and you'll be set to go. Okay, so I just want to let you know that that resource is available to you guys, and please definitely take advantage of it. And you know, that's going to be there for anyone who might want to set up custom sessions, which again are critical in making sure that the CYMO Pro works effectively on your side. Okay, cool. Awesome, Johnny. We're happy to have you, man. And also, don't forget, guys, Wednesdays we do one-on-one sessions. We don't charge for these one-on-one sessions, but we do them because we want to answer, A, we want to answer your questions. B, we want to make sure your setups are done right. And 3, we want to make sure we provide you any guidance that you feel is needed to get you off to a running start in using the CYMO Pro indicator. So please don't feel shy. If if English isn't your first language, don't worry. We are trilingual here. We speak English, Spanish, and Portuguese. Okay, so if you're down in Brazil, we can accommodate you. If you're in Latin America, we can accommodate you. We speak fluent Spanish. So don't feel shy about reaching out to us. We can definitely assist you on Wednesday. Okay, so just reach out, because we'll send out an email today or tomorrow, and just set a time because we do get booked way in advance. All right, the feed on my TikTok is just going a little too fast, so I probably can't read all the messages. So if you guys don't mind retyping those messages on my TikTok feed, I'll be more than happy to answer them. I got messages over on my YouTube feed too, so I'm trying to get to everyone, guys, as quick as I can. So just bear with me. I'm not a fast reader when I read these things. Yeah, Paul, we are definitely going to cover the YM. We are definitely going to cover the YM today. And we're going to be going over entry points and logic on the YM. So we're definitely going to do that. So, also FYI, if you're watching on YouTube, there is latency on YouTube versus TikTok. So, anything you see on YouTube is probably delayed by, I think, 5 seconds. That's just how latency works on YouTube, and there's nothing I can do about that. That's just a YouTube thing. Okay, so we just had bar change at 2:30, and guess what? Price is still moving down, and it hasn't done anything right now. So, you're still like in a little bit of a trend mode right there to the downside, and we'll see where this ends up this afternoon. Okay. Also, I hope everyone had a good weekend. Mine was a very long, hot weekend. I got sun-drenched yesterday. I was really exhausted and ended up crashing out. And it was just I'm actually sunburned right now. So it was a crazy good weekend, and I hope you guys had fun as well. All right, so we're going to be talking about some important stuff. Okay, we're going to be talking about some things that I think are important to you. So for that, I am going to put it here, and I want you guys to pay very close attention. Okay, and because this is important. All right, guys, this is definitely important. You want to listen to this. So. What we're going to do is we're going to dive deeper, a little bit deeper, okay, into the fundamental aspect of our CYMO Pro indicators, okay? And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be answering why they fire signal after the bar closes, okay? So if you've noticed on the CYMO Pro over here, okay, you've got the signal right here, and you've got an active bar. Okay, so you've got an active bar, and you've got the signal right here. Okay, so some of you might be wondering, well, why does it fire the signal for this bar after this bar closes, right? This isn't just a technical decision, guys. It's a strategic one aimed at enhancing the accuracy and reliability of the signals you use to make trading decisions. Okay? Now, each bar on the chart right here, okay, represents a set of data points. You've got your open, high, low, and close, right? But only when a bar closes, okay, do all these points become known and unchangeable. During the bar's formation, its characteristics, especially the high, the low, they can change. But by waiting for the bar until the bar closes, our indicators use complete and finalized data. Now, this approach ensures that every signal you receive reflects the entirety of market activities during that period without assumptions or estimations. Okay? So, also, as it relates to stability, the stability and reliability of the signals, we all know that markets are inherently volatile. And intrabar movements are particularly unpredictable. So if we were to fire signals based on the intrabar, we'd risk acting on what could be mere noise or temporary fluctuations. So these are often misleading and, could lead to false signals a lot of times. They do. So for instance, a sudden price spike, within an intrabar, could potentially suggest a breakout to someone. But if the price reverts back to the bar's close, the breakout signal would have been false. So by integrating only complete data, the CYMO Pro filters out these false alarms, giving you signals based on solid, verified information. So, and it's also important to avoid the reduction of premature trading actions as well. Because you have to remember that trading is as much about when to act as it is about when not to. So premature actions can lead to missed opportunities or unnecessary losses. And that happens every single day. So by ensuring that each signal has considered the full context of the market as represented by the closed bar, we help you make more measured, timely trading decisions. So this method respects the market's pace and allows you to respond to actual changes in price rather than ephemeral swings. So these are important consideration, guys, when you're considering what type of trading tools you employ. We believe that this careful approach to signal timing is designed to align with thoughtful, strategic trading practices, which in essence is what we developed here. It's about making informed decisions that stand up to market volatility and time. So the slight delay introduced by waiting for the bar to close is a trade-off for increased accuracy and reduced risk, which contributes to a more stable and potentially more profitable trading experience. So what we did is that by integrating these principles into the CYMO Pro, we aim to provide you with a tool that not only embraces your ability to make profitable trades, but also educates you on the importance of precision in trading execution. So this method is about empowering you to act with confidence, supported by the most reliable data available. And I hope that clears up the designer's choice that we made in producing this indicator the way you see it on screen. So let's take a quick peek. So I promised you guys that we would have a look at, bring it down, the YM chart. Here we go, guys. Okay, this is the YM. Now, before you guys point anything out on the YM, okay, I will, for full disclosure, tell you guys that I have on the YM, okay, I don't trade the YM, okay, number one. Number two, I don't have a real-time data subscription to the YM. I only have a data subscription to the Nasdaq 100 and the E-mini S&P, okay? So the data stream that you see here for the YM is delayed because that's the only data stream I can actually plot on the YM because I don't have a subscription to the YM. I just don't trade it, okay? But for illustrate, and I want to point that out before you guys say, oh, look, he's got delayed data. Well, that's the reason why. Okay, I only have real-time data for the Nasdaq because that's the only instrument I trade. But for illustration purposes, we're going to go and show you guys what shook out with the YM this morning, your potential entry points, and how I would have looked at the YM if I were a trader trading the YM for my own account. Okay, so here we go. So what happened with Cycle? Cycle had bottomed out the previous day right around 4 p.m. in the afternoon, right here. At the open of the market at 9:45, Cycle was moving up. Okay, now this crossing right here with the momentum, over the momentum, you would have seen this crossing at the next bar, which would have been bingo, right there. That would have been essentially your entry bar to go long. Okay, momentum was up, Cycle was up. It's as clear as day right there in this bar to have gone long the trade set up for the YM right there. Now, there are two separate potential exit points right here on the YM chart. Okay, one depends on your risk tolerance, and one depends just really designer's choice on how you like to trade. Now I've got this set to a setting of 9. The YM is a very noisy instrument. Okay, and as a result of that, you want to potentially use a setting that can capture a lot of these cyclic swings quickly. Okay, now this intersect that you see right here, and I don't know if you can see that right there on my TikTok, this little intersect between the cyan line and the momentum line above the threshold right here, you would not have seen that, okay, until the following bar, which would have been 10:30 in the morning. Okay, still, that would have been a very nice trade to the upside on the YM right there. You could have, however, okay, retained the trade until Cycle crossed below the zero line. And that would not have been, guys, until this bar right there. You get the crossing, but you're not going to see that crossing till the next bar, which would have been at 11 in the morning, right there. That would have been the absolute top of the cyclic rotation, and you would have been done with that trade. Okay, so depending on the character of the trader who's trading this and your personality, you could have exited right there, okay, as soon as cyan crossed below the momentum line, or the secondary trade would have exit would have been right there when cyan crossed below the zero line. Okay, that would have been the end. Okay, and that would have made for a nice upside swing in the YM this morning. Now, what happened with Cycle? Cycle was coming down, okay, but you're not going to take that trade until momentum fades. Okay, momentum started to fade right here. Okay, momentum kinked down, and that was, let me just scroll this up a little bit right there. The moment momentum kinked down, you would have saw this at the next bar right there. Again, you could have jumped in for a short signal, and that short signal either could have ended when Cycle crossed the momentum line to the upside right there, which would have been right here. You're at the intersect, but you would not have seen that cross till there. Okay, or you could have also exited when Cycle crossed above the zero line, which you would not have seen until this bar right there. The end. That's it. If you're looking to scalp the YM on a 15-minute chart, those two trades would have been your entry points right there. Now, what happened with momentum? Momentum continued to slide, okay? Continued to slide. So remember, when you see something like this, okay, momentum will typically dampen the signal for the cyan line right there. So where did you have your two rotations to the downside? Rotation 1 began over here, ended right here. And where did rotation 2 begin and end? It began here and ended right here. Okay? So, if you were a little bit more of an aggressive trader and wanted to take the cycle on the momentum component as a trade, you could have just stuck into in the trade and taken this bad boy all the way here, okay, till this bad boy just popped up, which would have been at this bar right here. So two different ways to approach it, and it's, again, designer's choice depending on how you trade and where you want to take your signals. But that's how I would have taken the exit points. I would have taken them when cycle crossed above the zero line, which would have been right there at that bar. Okay, and that would have pretty much put you at the end of the cyclic cycle to the downside. I went against cycle this morning and paid for it. Never again. You know, Aaron, send me a screenshot. I'd like to help you analyze what happened to give you a second set of eyes. So send me a screenshot. And let's analyze that trade together. Okay? So yeah, guys, this is how I would have used the cycle today in trading the YM this morning. And now, you know, things are going up. Momentum just kicked up. Cycle is moving up right there. I typically don't like taking trades in this mid region right here because typically they end up being noisy. So that's just, you know, again, my preference on how I like to trade. Also, another consideration, and these two charts are available to you to download as well on the download link I provided to you guys this morning. So not only are the custom sessions included, the chart settings are there as well for the 15, the 4, and the 7-minute time frame. Keep this bad boy handy, okay, guys? The 7-minute time frame is, oh goodness, very important. Very, 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 very important, okay? And it's important for a lot of reasons because it kind of gives you a little bit of granularity that you may not get on the 4-minute time frame. For example, right around 12 noon right here, this is, again, the Nasdaq 100 on the 7-minute time frame. Right around 12 noon, you had cycle way up here. Momentum was falling. What does that tell you? Is that a signal there to go long? When cycle is above the threshold and momentum is falling, is that a signal to go long? Hell no. You don't want to take that signal to go long. That's not a signal, in fact, to go long. That's a warning that price is going to turn quick. And that's exactly what happened. Price turned, came all the way down, all the way down, all the way down. And look at this, okay? Your signal right here, you would have saw this. You would have saw this crossing at this bar right here. Pretty much dead nuts on to your downside right there, okay? And you need to keep an eye on these things, guys, because when you see these cyclic rotations to the upside or to the downside on the 4-minute or 7-minute, it's giving you a warning sign that price is about to turn. You got to be careful with that, okay? Look what just happened on the 4-minute, okay? Right there. If you saw this right here, okay, you had that little reversal in price. Momentum was pretty much bottomed out over here. It kinked up. And if momentum is bottomed out and it kinks up, you're going to have a reversal to the upside. Okay? You know, that's like the semi going in high desert full speed and all of a sudden it makes a turn. Well, if it makes a turn, it's going to have a lot of force. And sure enough, look at that. It pushed price all the way up. And look at that. Okay? This was the intersect right there. You would have gotten the signal, this crossing, you would have got it exactly at that bar. Guys, that is surgical precision to get you out of the trade. These are the type of tools you need to absolutely crush it in the market. Okay? And again, if you're scalping, this is your baby right here, your 4-minute time frame. Now remember, guys, if you see cycle going all this way up, you know you're getting pretty stretched thin. The moment it crosses right there, you're done. That's it. There's nothing else left in the trade. I mean, really, it's that easy. Okay. And if you're using the CYMO, and if you want a second set of eyes to look at your charts, or if you're questioning something or want clarity on anything you're looking at on your site, send us a screenshot. We'd be more than happy to provide you guidance. Okay. So yeah. Today has been just a really, really good day with a lot of cyclic opportunities in the market to trade this. Here's another one. Look, here's another really good example. And this was about 10:54 in the morning, right here. Okay, this thing goes up. This thing being momentum. Momentum goes up. And if momentum goes up after having bottomed out over here, you know that there is going to be force to the trade to the upside. The full chart is on my YouTube channel, so you're welcome to see it live right now. Just go to the link in my bio, click where it says YouTube, and you'll get the full view. Unfortunately, I'm broadcasting this from a cell phone because I don't yet have 10,000 followers on TikTok, but yeah, you can get the full view. It's in the link in my bio under YouTube, and just join everyone who's on YouTube right there. And here you go. Look, another swing to the upside. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Remember, this intersect right here, this little intersect right here, you're not going to see it until you get to the next bar, which is right there, pretty much dead nuts on, almost at the top. So I got a question on my YouTube. The indicator is the CYMO Pro right here. It's the CYMO Pro indicator, and you can get it on the NinjaTrader ecosystem. So just go to NinjaTrader, type up CYMO Pro or CYMO, and you'll get it there. Okay. So I got a question here from one of the YouTube viewers who says, "Did we just miss a great opportunity on NQ to go long?" It was a good reversal trade to the upside. Yeah, it was a decent reversal trade, I would say. It's not exactly a setup to go long, but it was a reversal trade if you're looking at the 4-minute time frame. So yeah, I would say that if if you're looking at the 4-minute time frame and you were looking to go long, then yeah, this was a long setup. Now, if you're looking at the 15-minute, if you're looking at the 15-minute time frame, this is not a setup yet to go long per se. Okay. Look what just happened here. Cycle went up, and momentum just finally kinked to the upside. So there might be something there. Okay. There might be some continuation there to the upside, guys. To me, this wouldn't be, I wouldn't consider this, I wouldn't consider this a high probability trade, but that's just me, okay? And partly because, your cyan line is falling right here. So I'd like for this thing to just pop up. Yeah, sure, no problem, Jason. This is the Nasdaq 100 futures. Okay, so it's not a stock, it's actually the futures. Here, let me just bring this down here for you guys. All right, so for you guys who are watching this right now, you're seeing price oscillate to the upside, right? And you're seeing momentum, just went up above this upper threshold right there, which means that price is probably going into trend mode right there. Okay, cycle came down right here. Okay, didn't exactly barrel out at the bottom. But price, this element of price right here is going into trend mode right now, right there. Okay, so there's definitely going to be a push up in price. You're going to see this right now when this thing just starts going up. So there you go. Now these are the Nasdaq 100 futures. Look right there. Okay, so this is not a stock. This is these are futures. Okay, there you go, right there. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day today trading the Nasdaq 100 futures. And if you're using the CYMO Pro, even more power to you. All right, so we'll get another bar change right now in, let's see, 5:06 in about 3 minutes. So in today's session, guys, we've covered quite a bit. We've covered the design of the CYMO Pro indicator. We've covered looking at the YM, and I think my team has got something they're working on the YM, some type of tutorial video that they're in the process of producing in the next few days, so that might be coming up on YouTube. So you'll get a tutorial video on the YM. So I know a few of you guys have asked for it, and we'll do a tutorial video on the YM. Okay, so we'll put that out on YouTube. And we covered trade analysis on the 15-minute, the 4-minute. For today's session, we covered trade analysis on the 7-minute as well. It's been a lot going on, and also I did mention to you that my new book is out, How to Lose Money Trading, and it's free. So if you're watching this and you want to get your hands on that book, this book is packed with insights on the pitfalls to avoid in trading. And these are drawn from real life missteps, guys. Okay, so you can grab your copy now. Just
Connection lost.
Holy moly, I lost my connection on NinjaTrader. Now it's back up. Jeez, my heart just skipped a beat right now when I heard that on NinjaTrader, and I get that often. So again, I'm glad my connection's back on. Whew. Wow, that was a scary moment. So if you guys want to grab a copy of the book, just head over to the link in my bio and navigate to where it says CYMO Indicators, and you'll see a slider, and just go ahead and grab it. It's for you, okay? No, I don't use a VPS. That's a good question. I have a direct connection to NinjaTrader, but every now and then, at least maybe once a week, I'll have this happen where it disconnects and reconnects like instantly. So I really don't lose anything, but you do have that. It's these scary moments that happen, you know? Yeah, well, I told you guys this was your long setup just a little while ago. I told you momentum is above the threshold, so this component of price. Oh, hang on, they want me to verify to make sure that I am a human. Dang it, hang on. All right, a little TikTok verification to make sure that I am a human. Here we go, guys. I told you guys that this part right here was in trend mode. So typically when you have a trend mode, price is going to go up, especially if this is bottoming out to the upside right here. So yeah, price is moving up. And we'll come back to this right now. Let's see. I've got a question here at 11:30 my time on the 15-minute chart. Would you wait for the cross of the cycle and momentum instead of momentum crossing below the 80 point? Yeah, it did. Yeah, that 3 o'clock push exactly happened. Absolutely. Okay, I got a question on the YM. Let me just slide this bad boy back here. And hang on, let me move this. I'm going to move this, guys. Sorry. And this is the question I've got on the YM right here, okay? Let's see. At 11:30 my time, which was right there. Oops, sorry. Yeah. So 11:30, let me see what the question says. 11:30 right there. This was the 11:30 bar, okay? The question is, would you have waited for the cross of the cycle and momentum line instead of momentum crossing below 0.80? Would you have waited for the cross of the cycle and momentum lines instead of momentum crossing below 80? Now, I guess the question I have is that to indicate to go short? Because your indication to go short was right here when momentum exhausted itself. Okay, and when momentum exhausted itself, you would have seen this exhaustion. To exit the trade to the long side, you mean? No, your exit to the long side would have been right here when your exit to the long side would have been right here when your cycle crossed below the zero line, which would have been at this bar right here. Okay, you've got a trend component right here, okay, which is fine, but you know, if you're looking to trade the cycle element of price, you would have exited right here. This would have been your exit when the cyan line crossed below the zero line. You would not have seen that cross until the next bar, which is right there, which is pretty much at the top. Okay, that's your exit to the upside. Okay, I see what you mean. The reason I stated that it's dependent on the time frame that you're using and the setting that you've got. Okay, if you're using if you're using a setting of 9, which is a super fast responsive setting, you have two choices. You can either exit when momentum and cyan kiss goodbye, which in this case you have the intersect here, which you would have seen right there. That would have been a potential exit that you could have taken, or you could have exited when the cyan line crossed below the zero line, which would have been right there. It's trader's choice. And because you're using a really fast tuning of 9, which makes the indicator extremely, very responsive to price movements, you have a choice. You can either take your exit when the cyan and momentum kiss goodbye, or when the cyan crosses below the zero line on this particular instrument on the YM with a setting of 9. Okay? So maybe I wasn't clear last night because I was pretty tired, but I'll just clarify it for you now. That's the way I would take the exits on the YM. Yeah, so it's really designer's choice. You could, like I mentioned, you can take it either at the crossing or of cyan and momentum when they kiss goodbye, or you could take it when it crosses below the zero line. It's up to the trader to decide, which of those two they want to take. But yeah, that's how I would, that's definitely how I would approach using the CYMO Pro on the YM with a very fast setting of 9, which seems to be probably a good setting because the YM it's a very nervous data stream. So one of the things you might want to do, let me just flip this over here, guys. Sorry. One of the things you might want to do, Deepal, is you might want to experiment to see where your optimal exit points are. If it's at the intersect of the cyan line and the yellow line, or if it's where the cyan line crosses above or below the zero line, and just kind of go back through your chart and see what works best for you, for your specific trading approach, and what you're looking to accomplish as well. And also you want to take your specific risk management practices into account as well, because what might work for me might not work for you or someone else. Everyone looks at their exits a little bit different, and they do that also in the context of managing risk for their account. So that's another consideration you may want to look into as well. So ask yourself, which of those exits, the crossing, the intersect of the two lines, or the crossing of the cyan below the zero line, gives me the best risk management approach to what I am hoping to accomplish? And you can then implement that into your trading plan. Sorry guys, I lost track of the thread here on TikTok because I was illustrating something else. I was illustrating the YM chart. So if I missed some of your questions and comments, I'm sorry. So who all here thinks that price is going to continue going up? Or do you believe that price is going to come down? Give me your thoughts. What are you guys looking at on your side, on your screen? Let me know. Write it in the comment box. Also, don't forget, guys, if you want to take the CYMO Pro for a test drive, we offer a 7-day free trial with no commitment. Take it for a test drive and see for yourself how this tool can transform your trading game. Okay? We also offer exceptional support, and we do one-on-ones every week. So even if you've done 10 of them, we'll still do a one-on-one with you to ensure that you are clear on the process of what you need to do to ensure your success when you trade your own accounts. So we do that because we believe in what we've created, and we're here to help you. So don't be shy. If you speak English, Spanish, Portuguese, we can help you in the process of making this work for you, okay, as far as helping you set up and giving you support. So don't be shy. This Wednesday, we're having one-on-one sessions again. So be sure to email me, reach out to me either through support@thealgotrader.live or through my Skype. You guys know we're very responsive and will help you in the process of doing what you want to do. Okay, guys, so look what happened here. Okay, price was moving up a little bit. Cycle just went sideways. Remember this from before, okay? If you ever see this happen right there, guys, this upside that you guys saw right there, the end, okay? Momentum came down, it basically deflated, and cycle went to the side, the end, right there, okay? So chances are you'll get sideways chop or noise, and if you ever see this on its way up, make an about face and turn right, yeah, you're pretty much done. Excuse me. Here's another clue for you, okay? Here's another clue right here, all right? Again, the 7-minute. I just absolutely love this chart, okay? Look at this. You had the run-up in price right here. What happened? Right here. Look at this. As soon as it crossed, dead nuts on again, okay? You're going to see this crossing right there when you get the confirmation bar. Boom, right there. The end, okay? When you see this type of rotation on the 7-minute, guys, you better take your money and run for the hills, because that is the end of your upside trade. Excuse me, guys, my voice is a little scratchy from yesterday. I was in the water and so there you go. That's another way to see where this whole thing, this whole price move was going to end right there too. Okay, so again, these charts are available to CYMO Pro users. You can get the 15, the 7, and the 4 pre-configured with your custom session times. As soon as you sign up, you just download them and upload them, and it saves you a bunch of time setting up your charts. We just rolled that out today. So that's something new we rolled out because we want to help you guys get up to a running start. So I got someone that says here, looking to fill 467 QQQ gap on daily this week. Get close to 50. So bearish this week. There's a lot of moving parts this week, there is. I'm surprised the market's not down like 300 points. I mean, there's going to be news shaking the markets, I hope. We need to see more volatility in the market so we can have some of these extreme price moves where we can actually, just see price, move, consistently in one direction instead of just cycling. Even though I prefer cyclic markets, because they do provide really good opportunities to, to capture these cycles. Having a good drawdown day where we're down 300-400 points is also nice. Oh, wow. Look at this. Look at this. Wow. Momentum completely died out. Cycle, not only did it go flat right there, which marked pretty much the end of that little thing right there, but now it looks like it might be coming down. Crazy. So, again, guys, these are just cyclic rotations. If you're looking to scalp the 4-minute time frame, or the Nasdaq, I'd rather say the Nasdaq 100 futures, your 4-minute time frame is a good consideration for you right there. So, alrighty, guys, I'm gonna just step out real quick. I got to get my water and fill it up. So I'm just gonna get a refill. I'll be right back in 2 minutes. Hang tight. All right, everyone, I'm back. Sorry about that. I just had to get my bottle refilled. So what's happening right now on the 4-minute time frame? Okay, you're looking at this with me on the screen. Is this a setup to go long, short? What is it? Would you take a trade based on what you see here? Now, if you wanted to confirm what you're looking at, and if you wanted to be sure of the directional move that the market as a whole right now on the Nasdaq 100 was going towards, what would you refer to? You took the trade down, but stop loss hit. The pullback candle, yep. So remember, guys, as we sit here and look at this, this is a lot of a learning session as much as it is live trading, okay? This is like where this is like you being in the trenches right here, and you're learning how to make heads or tails of the signals you're watching. So if you're looking at this and you were solely looking at the 4-minute chart, which is what this is right here. Okay. Someone said they would look, Johnny said he'd look at the 7-minute chart. Okay. So let's look at the 7-minute chart right here. All right. Here we go. Here's a 7-minute chart. What's happening, okay? A lot is happening right here, guys. Okay. We had the end of the trade right about here because, you got the crossing there. Cycle is bottoming out over here. Okay. Momentum is still elevated. Cycle is bottoming out over here. Okay. And what else would you consider? You would also consider your 15-minute time frame where cycle is above zero, momentum is moving up. So, what does that tell you? If cycle bottomed out in the 7 over here and momentum is still elevated, and on the 15-minute momentum is rising and the cyclic component is above the zero line, what's that telling you? Yeah, you're potentially getting set up to go long. That's exactly what that's telling you. You're potentially getting set up to go long. And you're in a region of noise right here. So when you get a little bit more granular on the 4-minute right here, you start looking at this and you're like, dang, okay, you're in this midsection here. So you really have had no stretch of the rubber band all the way down here to slinky up and propel this trade to the upside. You're in the zigzag zone right there. It's reason to take caution in your trade. Okay, we're at 3:30 in the afternoon, guys, Eastern time. Okay, 3:30 in the afternoon. Look at this. We just had bar change right now. Okay, this is being very responsive to what's happening in the spectrum. And we've seen this before. This is not the first time we've seen this in the past. And I've told you guys, whenever you see this type of zigzag right here, okay, this represents areas of chop. Bullshit areas, that's right. Areas of chop. It's not setting up to go long just yet, guys. What this is telling you is that chances are prices are going to come down before they go up, if there's anything left for price to go up between now and the session close in a half hour. You've only got 2 more bars left. So, as a prudent trader knowing that, would you attempt to even try to take a long if you saw a reversal right here with only 2 bars left in the day? 2 bars meaning on the 15-minute time frame. Okay? Remember that on the higher time frame, exactly, no. Yeah, that's smart. Because part of being a trader is learning how to manage risk. Yeah, you catch one for tomorrow, and if the trade setup isn't there to favor the opportunity for you wanting to take a long step to the side, watch it play out, and wait for the next pitch, which could be tomorrow. Okay? There's no need to swing at every pitch, because then you'll get chopped up in these regions right here, okay? And that's not a good feeling, especially at the end of the day when you've only got 2 bars left on the 15-minute time frame. Now, keep that frame of mind intact, let's switch over to the 15-minute time frame right here. Okay. Is the cycle rotation completed on the 15-minute time frame? Okay. Has the cycle completed its rotation right here? Okay. We had a little pullback because remember, when price goes up, sometimes you'll have 2-3 bars of a pullback and then it continues going up, right? What happened here? Price started going up, momentum is rising. Has the cyclic rotation ended to the upside? Look at that carefully, guys. So now we're looking at the 15-minute. So the question is, has the cyclic rotation ended to the upside? I don't need to go on the 4-hour. I could tell you right here by looking at this. Okay, the cyclic rotation to the upside has not yet ended. Okay, has not yet ended. What time frames would you advise for the lower volatility? Ooh, I don't advise trading the lower volatility set London session. I don't. I absolutely don't advise it. Yeah, the lower volatility session is just a recipe. It's a recipe for disaster. And that's what the lower volatility time frame session is. Okay? Cyclic rotation, guys, to the upside has not ended. And you have to remember, okay, keep that in mind. If price is moving up, price doesn't have to continue moving up. It could stop, it could pause, it can come down 2-3 bars and then continue its upside swing. Okay, so if you're taking your cues from the higher time frame as to which direction to potentially trade, okay, would this be a setup to go short? Okay, look at it carefully and type it in the comment box right here, guys. Would this be a setup to go short? I can show you market structure right here from looking at the 15-minute time frame. I don't need to go to a 4-minute or a 1-hour time frame. You can easily see market structure here on the 15-minute time frame. Easily. It's called the CYMO Pro indicator, and it's available on NinjaTrader right here. See? So the question is, guys, is this a setup to go short? Right here. And for you guys who are using the CYMO Pro, that's right. Tradigo 74 nailed it. Nope, it's not. Okay? Now, you don't need higher time frame to decide. Okay, you do not need higher time frames to decide. You can decide that based off of this right here. Really simple. Exactly. Momentum is going up. Exactly. So it is not a short setup right here. You've got momentum going up, cycle going up right here. Absolutely not a setup to go short. It's just not. And I'm sure there's a lot of traders right now who are itching to see price on the cues moved to the VWAP at 476.90. So imagine, you've got this whole school of thought of traders out there who trade nothing but VWAP, and the VWAP on the Qs on a 7-minute time frame, it's at 476.90. So, potential reversal to that price? We'll see between now and the close, guys. That would be interesting to watch, I'll tell you. So if you guys are watching full screen and you're noticing what happened in this little region right here, noise, nothing but noise right there. Noise, 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 noise. This is not a high probability setup right here to go short. Yeah. Okay. But with momentum rising right at the zero line and cyan right there, your cyclic component to this swing right here to the, it's not over yet. It's not over yet. You're going to get noise, yeah, just like you do with everything else. You might get noise to the downside, but it's not a setup to go short. Yeah, we've covered a lot of the trading rules today in today's segment, as a matter of fact, on the 4-minute, the 15-minute. Made some illustrations on the YM as well on the 15-minute. But there are no set rules in stone because every trader manages their positions differently from the other. Some traders, for example, some traders, for example, will take their exits as soon as the cyan hits the the threshold right here. And I've seen several different applications of the CYMO and momentum on charts. It really depends on the trader. What I illustrate here is how I trade my own account, and you can get ideas based on that. Yeah, it's a very simple to understand indicator once you get the hang of it. So in a few days, I think once you watch a few more of the live streams, you'll get a very good idea of the ebb and flow of how the indicator works. It's pretty intuitive, and you'll see the interchange between the 15, the 4, the 7, and it'll start making more sense. I know at first you're looking at two lines and you're wondering, okay, well, this goes up, this goes down. What does it mean? But that's also the reason why we put CYMO School together, to give you a collection of how you should be looking at trade setups. And in a live session here, we add more color to that. And in the process, you can develop your own trading rules as well to trade using this tool. There's guys on here that use it for risk, specifically for risk management. There's guys that are on here that use it for confirmation of cyclic rotation points. There's guys that are on here that marry it with something else they have in their chart to ensure that the signals they're getting from whatever else they're using in their chart is accurate. There's just a whole bunch of different applications of how people use it. So people have they've devised different rules for how to use it depending on their time frame and specific application for the indicator. So yeah, you do have a little bit of a pullback right here, right now in price, but again, the cyclic component right here has not completed its journey. You know, to say, hey, you know what, this is going to be a setup to go short. It's very common that price sometimes pulls back 2 or 3 bars and then goes north. So you know, you don't want to run after these trades. Especially on a 15-minute time frame, if the signals are not giving you an indication that this is a potential short signal. Now, it's different if you're trading the 4-minute time frame, because on the 4-minute time frame, you see a little bit more granularity in the rotation in price right there. Okay, it's good if you're a scalper and you're looking to take quick hits in price. But I primarily use the 4-minute time frame to time my entries and based on the signals I get on the 15-minute, based on the signals I get here on the 15-minute chart. So I'm just not going to trade this as a one-off standalone chart. I'm going to refer to what's happening here and then confirm the rotation in price over here and then take my signal. So we've got 1 more minute till bar change, guys, right now. And there you go. Your cyclic rotation right here is pretty much kapoof. And generally, when you have these type of crossings right here, you typically have movement in price. I think we saw this on Friday or Thursday of last week as well, where price began accelerating downward at the very moment where you had this cyclic crossing right there. So keep an eye out for that. Again, if you're watching this and you're seeing this go down, 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 right here, okay, and this thing just kind of crossed over here and momentum just, kept sliding right there. You're getting a little bit more follow-through momentum right here to the downside, and the fact that this thing right here just ended the cyclic swing. And if you guys remember, if you guys hit replay and go back, you heard me tell you guys when this thing was rolling up that this was not a high probability setup, and it turned out to be that way right there. Okay, cyclic component just ended right there, and now you're going to get potential movement to the downside. So and with this bad boy being right here, if it turns around, yeah, you're gonna see more. Hopefully more downside action. We'll see. It's only 10 minutes before the market closes, guys. This is the time where you're gonna get a little bit, I would say not a little bit, more volatility in your trades. Typically 10 minutes before the market closes, this always happens. So be careful. Wow, look at that. Wow. Oh, you know what? I've got this on the 15 minutes. Sorry. You guys want this on the, you guys want it there. Yeah, right? Look at that. Momentum started to fall. You had your cyclic crossing, I think it was right around right there, but look, you had follow through momentum to the downside. This thing right away topped itself up right there. You know when it tops up, you know what happens? Price falls. And not only that, but you had the cyclic crossing on the 15-minute right there. So it's the perfect combination to see price fall. Now, if you want to get a little more granular about this, let's bring this bad boy back in the picture. This is your 7-minute chart right here. Look at this. Price began to fall right at about 113. 113. Look at this. This thing has been going down. Momentum just coming down right there. And this is probably going to end when you have the intersect right there. So keep an eye on it. Deepal, once you get the hang of how to make heads or tails of these signals, this will be the best tool you will ever use to trade. Imbalance is out of NVIDIA? Oh, okay. Cool. Close breaking lows. Yep, it is. Yeah, I love this type of commentary, guys. And I appreciate you sharing. Thanks. That's really cool. It always gives it a little bit more color. And I like that. So yeah, keep an eye on this right here. We've only got 9 minutes for the market to close, and that's it. The market is down 205 points right now. Yeah, the blue and yellow the blue and yellow lines are the CYMO Pro indicator, and the yellow line represents the momentum component of the price spectrum, and the blue line represents the cycle component of the price spectrum. There's a really good article on the cyclic component that I would encourage you to read for free. And if you go to the link in my bio, just click it and just click what are market cycles. It was written by a friend of mine, and this will tell you what the blue component is. But basically it's the cyclic component of price. And if you notice right here where it crossed the zero line, it perfectly nailed the top right there. And since then, price has just been going down, 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 down. We completed a cyclic rotation on the 15-minute chart, which just lit the fire for this price to continue going down, which is super nice. And now we're just 7 minutes away from the close. And, you know, we don't have an intersect here, which means that, yeah, there might be a little bit more rotation to the downside. We'll see right now until the close of the market in a few minutes. And this chart, by the way, is a 7-minute chart of the Nasdaq 100. And the indicator, it's called the CYMO Pro. You can grab it on NinjaTrader. It's exclusive to NinjaTrader. And yeah, you can grab it on NinjaTrader and take it for a 7-day test drive. And guys, you know I'm here almost every day. I'm here Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, generally starting at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. I do take Wednesdays off to provide support for our viewers, our subscribers. Right here, okay? You just had the crossing right there. Look at that, okay? Dead nuts on right there. So if you get this crossing, this is a very good telltale sign that what's going to happen. Your trade is probably going to fizzle out, right? And with 5 minutes left to the market, wow, look at that. Right there. Okay, you got the crossing, perfect. Okay, what else do you need? That would have been it, my friends. That would have been it right there for you. How do I get this chart out of here? Here we go. And here's your rotation on the 4-minute time frame, okay? So we got the signal on the 7 to get out, which was pretty much on this bar right here, okay? We've got follow-through momentum to the downside, and we have cycle coming down right there. Wow. Interesting. Since NVIDIA split and it's at 118 would make it smart to buy long. I don't know. I don't trade NVIDIA, so I don't have any opinions on it. Okay, you're still going to have rotation, guys, because your cycle is coming down. Okay, so even though you got the signal on the 7, remember the intra-bar rotation. Look at this. Beauty. You can't get better than this. I'm telling you. This is like, Wow. This is pretty amazing. This is awesome to just watch this thing play out. Exactly what I told you guys earlier. You had follow-through momentum to the downside. You just got a signal on your 7, which is an advanced warning signal. But is your cycle all the way down to have gotten you out of the trade? No, you follow your cyclic rotation here to really get you out of the trade at the bottom. So look at this. Okay, cycle is going down. Okay, momentum just breached its lower threshold right here, and this is going down. Wow, pretty incredible. With 2 minutes for the market to close. And guys, this is more than a 50-point drop right here, so that's very, very, very telling. So we had the perfect setup today, guys. We had the 7-minute confirm your trade. You had a 15-minute confirm your trade when you had the cyan line and momentum kiss goodbye. And you also had follow through momentum here. You had this thing top off over here, and you know when it tops off, it typically goes which way? Down. So there you go. I could not have chosen a better day to illustrate this, really. And you've got 1 more minute for the market to close. That is it, guys. The end of today's session. That's a wrap for today. Remember, guys, that the best trading decisions are informed by solid, reliable data, not just gut feelings or market noise. All right? So I encourage you to sign up for a 7-day free trial of the CYMO Pro if you haven't already, and see the difference it makes in your trading. Just want to thank everyone who joined today. Thanks for the likes, for your engagement, and your enthusiasm. It really makes these sessions worthwhile. Wishing you guys a fantastic day ahead. Keep analyzing, keep learning, and as always, happy trading. We'll see each other again tomorrow, same time, okay? Love you guys. Take care.